Hey guys, well, it's me, Staley, in my sanctuary, which is my new vehicle. Um, Took a bunch of footage this week. I don't know if I'm gonna put it in or not. We'll see if I do. I wanted to make a video. I'll try to make it as quick as I can. So I'll start right with the goodies. I've only lost a pound this week. I have not really been able to work out like I would want to. Obviously because of the whole heart issue, and in fact, at all. On Tuesday, I went working out for the first time. And it's funny. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna just do a light workout." My wife's like, "Please just do a light workout." I'm like, "Okay, I'll just do a light workout." And so I went and did the light workout, and it so I went in, I get on the treadmill, put my headphones in, and I started an album that I've never started with, but I knew the songs in the beginning were all fast workout type songs, and so I popped it in. And I started running, thinking 3 songs is about 15 minutes. Threw my towel over, and threw my towel over the machine so that I couldn't see any of the numbers or anything like that, and just started running. After 3 songs, still feeling good. Felt like I had a little bit more in me, but I was like, I should take it easy, so I took the towel off. 32 minutes, and I'd run over 3 miles. Oops. um, oops is all I can say. I mean, I felt like I'd broken a sweat, but it's like I felt like I hadn't even broken a real good sweat yet. So I just kind of was like, well, I just said I was going to take it easy, so I slowed down a little bit and just kind of, I think I still did another 15 minutes or so on the treadmill. But oops is all I can say. But now I'm back in the game. So I've only lost a pound, but that's to be expected when you're not really doing anything to help it besides eating well. So, okay, I want to tell you guys a story, and I may have told you this story before because I feel like it would be really weird that I haven't. But every time I make this video, or I make a video every week, I'm like, oh, I forgot to tell that story. So about 3 weeks ago, I think it was about 3 weeks ago, I was in the front yard playing with my daughter, and this woman comes up pretty frantically and was like, excuse me. I'm like, yes, ma'am. And she's like, do you belong here? And I'm like, do I belong here? I'm like, yeah, I do. And she's like, because a really big guy lives here and you're not that guy. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I am that guy, actually. I've lost weight over the winter. And so she's like, what? You look amazing. Thank you very much. Thank you. Like, yeah, I've lost a lot of weight. I've lost over 100 pounds. And she's like, whoa, okay, like, wow. And then she's like, well, I saw, and I was like, who's this guy playing with that little girl? Like, he doesn't belong at that house. Like, I was just like, do I go? Like, do I say something, or what do I do? And so I'm like, okay, no problem. I appreciate you looking out, for my kids and everything. But I'm like, yeah, it's me. So she's like, wow, well, you look amazing. So that's great. So I've told you the story now. And if I've already told you the story, you heard it twice. I did want to say this jacket. This jacket. This jacket means a lot to me. About 5 years ago, I had a friend. His name is Chris Delanier. And his name is Chris Delanier. He's not dead. I'm talking about like he's like dead or something. His name's Chris Delanier. He's actually a church plant leader overseas. That's about as much as I can say. And he was the person that got me involved with the church that I'm in now. He's a former, he actually played baseball for Kentucky and football for Baylor. And when you look at him, you would know. So he's not one of those like huge like football player guys, but he's just like super tall and muscular. Maybe not so much now. But he walked with me in the beginning, like really taught me to really chase God and really pursue God and have a deep, meaningful personal relationship with Jesus. and he got me out of sin and into life, basically. I had been a Christian, and I'd actually been a pastor and everything before, but before I met him. But he's the one that really put the foundation into my walk. And we lived together. We were roommates until he and I both got married within a few months of each other. And he's been a great friend. And so it's been sad that I haven't been able to talk to him for so long. So it's just so difficult to get a hold of him, and he doesn't really believe in social media. So I can't Facebook stalk him. He is on Twitter, and I do follow him on Twitter. But he came up to me one day at church and said, "I need to talk to you, Staley." I'm like, "Okay." He pulls me aside, and he's like, "Last night around midnight, God woke me up." And he's like, "I was just practically shaken out of bed. And I felt like God said, I want you to pray for Staley until I tell you to stop." And he prayed all night long for me until God said, "You can stop now because you got to go to church." And he prayed for my life. And he said there was one thing that I needed to do. And he gave me this jacket. He's like, "This jacket's tight on me now. And it's my favorite jacket. And I've not been able to get rid of it, even though it's tight on me now, because I'm always like, well, maybe one day I'll be able to wear this jacket again." It's a track jacket, so they're meant to be kind of snug. And he's like, God told him that this jacket would be a part of my greatest testimony ever. And I was like, he's like, "I feel like God's saying you're going to be able to wear this jacket one day." And I'm like, "I can wear it now." To go throw it on, and the zippers were like this far away from each other. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not wearing it now. And this jacket doesn't have a lot of give to it. I mean, it's like, you get a little bit of snug in the elastic, but that's about it. So it doesn't have a lot of give. It's like, it's a fitted jacket. And he's like, "Just keep it." I'm like, "Okay." And so I put it in a place in my closet where every time I open the door, it's right there in my face. And not sideways, it's facing me. And even at my heaviest, I would see this jacket every day. And I would not, my wife would try to purge and throw out clothes and stuff like that. And she's like, "What about this jacket? You can't wear it. I mean, this jacket's like, it's the tightest 2X in the world, And I'm like, "No, I can't get rid of it. I cannot get rid of it. Like, Deli said that this is going to be a part of my greatest testimony, and I have to keep it." And so, by the way, I call him Deli, which most of his friends do. So, yesterday, and I've tried periodically throughout the surgery, I've tried, and been like, nope, not quite yet. One day I got to zip up, but it was like, it zipped. So I'm like, okay, so I'm quite a little ways away. Well, I have a 3X fleece that I wear, and it's just huge on me. I mean, the thing goes below my butt cheeks. But I've been trying 2X's on at places, and they're just too stinking tight. And so I'm like, I don't get it. Is this just the biggest 3X ever? And so I just don't get it. But I'm like, I really want to go to Jack. And yesterday was my wife's, they had like a little going away dinner for her. Because she's moving on to become a program director of rehab at a facility. And so her co-workers and stuff wanted to go out with her. And so they went and took her out, and she wanted me to come. Well, I'd kind of gotten a little spiffed up for it, And I went to go put clothes on, and I was like, man, I need a new jacket. This thing's just looking ghetto on me because it's so big, and it just doesn't make me feel good. Like, I wonder if I could wear that jacket that Deli gave me. I'm like, oh no, it's I put it on, and it's on me. Now, it's not perfect. It's still snug, but it's a track jacket. Track jackets are supposed to be snug. but I put it on. And, I mean, yeah, I have a little love handle in the back that you can see a little bit, but and it's so snug that it makes me aware. It's like, it's not compression garment snug, but it's snug. But it makes me think, how did I look in this and everything. I remember I was like, okay, come to the car. To my wife, I was like, because we met her, and I was like, come to the car and check me out, making sure I look okay. She's like, yeah. I mean, she's like, it's snug, but she's like, it looks normal on you. I'm like, okay, good. So I'm wearing it. I want to talk about a realization of life. I mean, come on. Wow. So, amen to that. So, welcome to the greatest part of my testimony. So it only gets better from here. So I'm not even halfway through. So it's actually, we'll move on. So that's that. And then finally, I just want to end Becky. I made a comment on your video, and I've gotten a lot of responses back to my personal inbox about how I owe you an apology. I think everything was misunderstood. So I wasn't saying that you were in the wrong for getting ticked off at your friend. Basically, for you guys, so that I don't completely confuse the crap out of this and make this too personal between me and Becky. Becky did a video a couple days ago where one of her friends, who sounds like she's overweight, friends or family or whoever this person is, had basically said, well, you lost all your weight because you had surgery. And that was that. And so, and it was an asinine thing to say, and it was inappropriate, and it was uninformed, and it was just dumb. For me, I'm a guy, but not only am I a guy, but I've done a lot of, I've done teachings, but then I've learned a lot about offense, and I just don't get offended very easily. Now, it's happened to me before too. I had a severely overweight, even bigger than I ever was, person tell me, I think when I was 60 pounds out, and they were a family member, and I was 60 pounds out, and I posted on Facebook, like, I've lost 62 pounds or whatever, and they're like, all my praise goes to your surgeons. Screw you. So it's like, come on. And so, yeah, you work your tail off, girl, and that's just the way it is. For me, I'm a guy. Okay, here's the difference. Guys are people that we just let stuff go. I mean, we just we don't even think about it. It's like somebody ticks us off and we're like, screw you for like 15 minutes, and then we're like, when are we going to be best friends again? So, it's true. Ask your husband about it. I mean, it's true. I have friends, so I've told you before, I was not the greatest guy in the world in college, and I burned a couple people. The guys that I burned, for the most part, we've all moved on. Are we best friends now? No. But we've gotten along. Some people more than others, or some of them more than others. But I'll tell you right now, the girls that have continued to be a part of their lives, some of them married and some of them that were just around, I could never walk near those girls. They'd want to kill me. They still hate me to this very day. That's just the difference with girls. Guys were like, hey, let's move on. Let's go have a beer. Girls are like, I hate you forever. So that's just girls. And you're a girl, I'm pretty sure. So I understood that you were upset and everything. For me, I was just kind of, just let it go. It's not. The thing is, like, what I've tried to say, and there's been other of you guys have talked about, like, your haters and people that are, like, down on you because of surgery. My philosophy is this, okay? If they say that it's all because you had gastric bypass, okay. Let them believe that. I mean, let them think if it's just all about gastric bypass. Because for me, if I wouldn't have had gastric bypass, I wouldn't be down this weight, okay? I worked my tail off to get down this weight. But if I would have never made the choice to have gastric bypass, I'd be lucky to have lost 10 pounds by now. Okay, I was going to die fat. Okay, I had no reason to live anymore. I couldn't go grocery shopping without having to get on one of the motorized scooters and drive around. Okay, now I'm running 5K without thinking about it. And not even breaking a sweat. And it's like, holy crap, it's a total different change. And so for me, it's like, yeah, I give the gastric bypass credit. It's because it changed me and changed my choices and put me in a place where I could make different choices. And so that's all. So if somebody says you lost all the weight because of that, okay, fine. Now, yeah, the person, this person that you explained her situation, it's gonna be a long time before she loses weight. I hope not. I would pray that she wouldn't, but she's not ready to. Even by making the decision to not start now and wait till after Easter for candy and stuff like that, I would never think about that. I would think about maybe in the old days, maybe wait until after the holidays, but Easter because of candy, like that's somebody that's just not ready to lose weight, and so she's jealous of you because you made the tough decision, and there's that, plain and simple. And so for me, it's like, is it worth it? And that's all I want to say is it worth it in the long run? You've got people around you that love your face off. You got an awesome husband. You got great family. I mean, your dad made just opened his pocket for you and poured it out, and you've earned every cent, and you really have. And so my comment was never made to put you down. It was never meant to say your friend was right. Your friend was wrong. Okay, but for me, I was just kind of saying, girl, just let it go. Ain't no big deal. It's just, for me, it's like when what I would teach people, if people came up to me when I was leading and they said this person really offended me or whatever, I would just say, in the end, does their decision really weigh anything about who you are? Does it change who you are? Does it affect who you are? And the truth of the matter, it doesn't. This girl, she ain't nothing. I don't care. I don't care if this is your sister and you're just not telling us, okay? I don't think you have sisters. I think you have all brothers. But anyways, but if it was your sister, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Like, my sister, I don't think loves the fact that I had the surgery. In fact, I think she doesn't like that I had the surgery. Um, but I don't care. It doesn't change who I am. And the surgery didn't change who I was. It just helped me to better get in a place where I could change who I was. Does that make sense? I don't know. I confuse myself sometimes. But anyway, so that's all. That's all I was trying to say. Is just don't get worked up. It's not worth getting worked up. And I understand you get pissed, and you are definitely a girl that if you get emotional, you will make a video. So, and I have no problem with that, because you know what, I watch them. So there was somebody I was watching videos from, none of you guys, but I definitely, that person doesn't subscribe to me, and I was watching their videos, and I used to get so upset with their videos. And my wife's like, why don't you just unsubscribe to them? And I'm like, because I don't want to. And so it's like, I watch your videos, and I watch every single one. Even when you are totally upset, I watch every single one. And if I don't feel like I have anything good to say, I don't say anything. If I feel like I have something good to say, I'll say it. Last time I felt like I had something good to say, and it blew up in my face. I wasn't trying to put you down. I was just trying to say, hey, gastric bypass, is a major part of why you lost your weight. It gave you the push. Does that make sense? It gave you the push to do it, because the fight didn't happen. The fight, that's you, and the everyday working out, that's you. The everyday effort, that's you. But what got us to that point, what caused that energy, like for me, it's like, I think I was like 3 weeks after my surgery, all of a sudden I like suddenly felt like I wanted to live again, and like I wanted to do stuff and everything. And it's just like, huh? Where did this come from? But I went for it, and I ran for it. And so that's all. So it's like, yeah. So if we wouldn't have had gastric bypass, where would we be right now? And I guess that's more of what I was just trying to say. Is where would we be? So I love you, and I support you, and I'm still subscribed to you, and I will still watch your videos, and just watch my videos too. So anyway, this is my public. Sorry, dude. If I ticked you off, or I was misunderstood. It sucks. They give you so little to write, you know? They give you so little. Give them more. Give me more. So if I would have had some more, I could have explained more. And obviously, this is going to be like a 20-minute video, so you'll see how well I explain things. If you guys have any questions, just ask me. If you don't agree with me, feel free to say you don't agree with me. It's fine. That's all I was just trying to say. Let go off her back, cause she don't mean nothing. She ain't mean nothing, girl. Just let her go. How many accents have I done since I've done this video? So, anyways, but that's what I'm saying. Just let it go. And it's not worth even getting upset about. It's not getting worked up about. It definitely was not worth 2 videos. So, you're a better person, and you're a solid rock for a lot of people. And so just keep doing your thing. And when the haters come your way, just let it go. It don't matter. So, and it doesn't matter. Like, you know what I did with this guy? This guy is a family member. I blocked him from my Facebook. I deleted him. I blocked him, and I blocked him with such high parameters that not only could he search Facebook and never find me, but if I respond to one of my family members' posts and he responds, he will never see my post. That's how well I blocked him. I'm done with him. Because I realized very quick. Well, he was also making some really terrible comments about things and just really inappropriate. About other family members and like little girls, and it was really wrong. And so I just said, you know what, I've had enough of you. Like, you're done. And so, but you know what? After I did it, I never gave a thought toward the guy again. I've never once thought, wonder what he's posting on Facebook. You know, like, I just don't care. You know, the heck with it. I don't care. And so, that's that. And you can't completely write this person off because obviously this person's close to you. This guy lives in another state, and I see him maybe once every 2 years. So, so it's easy for me to write him off. But you just gotta kind of let it go, girl. That's all I'm trying to say. You know, because I just don't want people to waste time with things that don't matter in the world. You know, it's like, I guess maybe that's a part of me since surgery is just I really just have this thing of just there are things that try to hold us back and deter us. And sorry, there are 2 squirrels fighting right outside the door, like crazy. But anyways, I'm just kind of like, I've got other things to live for than getting worked up about somebody, you know, thinking bad things about me. So that's all I was trying to say. I was trying to encourage you. So, all right, loves and kisses for everybody. I'm not gonna actually kiss you, so you're gonna have to kiss yourself, or I mean, if you need to kiss the screen, just kiss it right there. Go ahead, go ahead. No, really, seriously. Just... Okay, thanks. All right, there. You guys gotta all give me kisses. I'm not gonna kiss you back because it'd just be creepy, and I'm married. So I know I don't wear my wedding ring. That's because it's the size of my head now, and I put my finger in it, and it's like, whoa, like it doesn't even touch my fingers, and so I'm waiting until I lose all my weight till I get it resized. So, yes, so I'm married and can kiss you. Longest outro ever. Bye bye.